Man, I don't know what's going on back here. About to get a minute. We're at the park right now. We're just moving around, going like damn thing. Check out back ball on wheelchair. See, Winston takes me around the dude in the wheelchair. Shout out for him for getting out to the park. You can see the shadow there that's casting across the path there, and it's flashing and then it goes really dark. That's more of a visual representation of how I see the shadows casting across the path, making it mostly impossible for me to stay on the path without Winston. I think there's another example of that coming up in a bit here, but we're at the Oregon Gardens, just cruising through, checking out the Sizz nights on a really nice day. Really nice day in the park. Park day, nice. Focus. You can see how Winston is just keeping me, he's staying on this path that's bending right and left. There's another example of one of those dark shadows there. Winston did an awesome job keeping me on this path I've never been on. GuideByDog powers are immense.
Jeremy's a fart face.
I love trash cans so much. So I love them so much that I taught Winston to find trash cans because I just love them so much.
You don't even need any motivation, buddy.
We're cruising through the park here. This is the Oregon Gardens, actually. And look at that. There's the site I love. A bright yellow, delicious, steamy garbage can. And you can see Winston. I basically point at it, say garbage can, and he targets it.
There we go. Okay.
That's pretty badass. And something he does quite frequently. For those that don't know, he can target lots of things, from stairs to elevators to even poles like at a crosswalk. Okay, here we're going to turn in on a small little path here, and you're just going to watch as Winston guides me through the beautiful scenery. It's quite quaintral. Quaintral. What's the word I'm looking for? Somebody hit me up. Quaintral?
Do you like the smell back here? You're full of
yeah. I don't know. I can't get it. Frick, I'm not going to get it before the video ends. Sorry, I tried, people. I can't think of the word.
Jeremy's a fart face.
Oh, it's tranquil. Tranquil. Does that sound right? It's like when something's tranquil, like... What the hell's tranquil? If you've had the unfortunate experience of watching any of my videos, you probably have an idea that there's a theme going here with guide dog stuff. Yeah. If you hadn't picked that up already. Giving Winston some love there. We're in a large garden area. Lots of paths and trees and bushes and fountains and all kinds of stuff all around us. Winston's doing an awesome job guiding me through this area because I'm not familiar with it. The path is not very clear to me. At times I can't see it at all. So Winston's doing an awesome job keeping me just, on the path. We're now entering a greenhouse, which was about 10,000 degrees in there. It was a tropical greenhouse. The humidity was ridiculous. We're now exiting that greenhouse, and there's a door frame on the left, and you can see Winston gives me space on the right so that I don't clip that with my shoulder. Super important job. Seems small, but not. There's a chair there on the right Winston keeps me clear of, and a picnic table also on the right that Winston keeps me clear of, so I don't have to bust up my shins. Those things are so awesome. Guide dogs forever, baby.
Jeremy's a fart face.
You'll never guess what I got for you today. That's right. Guide dogging it through this garden area here. Up here, you're gonna definitely get an idea of what it's like to do some stair work with Winston. Right now, he's just guiding me through kind of a bendy, windy path through the garden area. And you can see right there, we're coming up on a set of stairs on the left, and the top stair flashes. You can see Winston stops, and you can see I put my foot, I swing my foot out there so I can figure out where the first and last stair is. You can see again, we're at a landing pad. Winston targets a stair there. The bottom stair was flashing. We now make it up a small set of stairs. There's like maybe 5. Winston stops at the top stair there, which was blinking. We now are on a landing pad. We move forward, and there's yet another set of stairs.
Good boy.
And Winston guides me up those. He stops at the first stair. I reward him about halfway through. Not really supposed to do that, but hey, you know what? Can't break the rules. What's the point of having them? So again, we're on another set here. We just did another. This one's a bit longer, maybe 6, 7 stairs. The video zooms in, and an arrow shows Winston's paw as he stops on that top stair to alert me that we are there. Another landing here, and the bottom stair flashes.
Yes.
There's railing on the right and left, and now the railing on the right is flashing just to show that Winston keeps me away from that so I don't check that. We are now at the very top. We finished all those stairs. He did such a good job. Let's get into it. There's a flashing, like, it's like a little round garden in the middle of the, yeah. Right here we're cutting between these like perfectly cut hedges. They're like, you know, shaped and whatnot. There's a fountain on the right there. In a second that'll come into play. There's a flashing bushes as Winston holds a tight left edge, keeping me away from those ones. Again, they're like hedges actually, like cut all perfectly in like shapes and stuff. And we're cruising around there. And now there's a bench on my right side Winston keeps me clear of. And now we're coming up to this fountain here. It's not like an amazing, we're still cutting through some hedges here, but there's a fountain here just in front of me on the right side, and this will seem like very little, but to me it's awesome. It goes into slow motion and I'm looking at it. My head's basically turned 90 degrees and I'm watching the fountain as Winston guides me. That's something I never got to do with a cane, but I can trust Winston enough that I don't have to worry about crashing. And you can see how happy I'm here.
Jeez. Okay.
I got so stoked about that.
You cut that
It's the little
so
things
short.
in life, man. It's
so
just being able to
steep.
look
Hold
at something
on.
that you couldn't do before. Now you
There's
can.
a little.
Guide dogs give you that kind of freedom to be free and live a wonderful. Still, we are cruising through this garden area, and there's a chair,
Winston.
actually a
Winston,
bench
find
up
the
here
chair.
on the right. I asked Winston to find it.
Good.
Boom! He targets that bad boy, pretty much right in
boy.
the center.
Okay.
That is a super awesome thing that guide dogs can do, or be taught if they don't already know how. There's a bush on the right side there, a flashing arrows just showing that as we round the corner. Now he's just going to take me up this path area here, which is pretty shadowed by trees and stuff, so it's pretty difficult to see the actual path. Winston does an awesome job keeping me on it as we bend a little bit to the right.
Going that way, I guess?
Now we're going to make a real sharp right here, and there's a bush there and a elevated pond, I guess, on the left side here. As we cruise forward, we're going to round the corner to the left. Yeah. I can't explain that. I just felt like being weird, so I animated myself in there.
Jeremy's a fart face.
So, that was, yeah, I can say, we just walked past the pound. That was on our left side, and now there's like a planter box on the right-hand side as we're going to cruise around that. You can see once again I've got plenty of space there between me and the planter box. Sorry, I'll talk normal now. There was a, planter box back there. Sorry, I got the COVID. I don't. But I do have something in my throat note, probably from the coffee I was just drinking. Sorry, we're off the rails here. Not even talking about what we're doing here. We had to take a bathroom break there, so the video cut. We're now just cruising through this park area. There's trees and bushes on the right and the left, and all kinds of good stuff going on there. And again, Winston's just gonna cruise me through this park area. It's a garden.
If your office emerged. Jeremy's a fart face.
One of the most joyful things of being legally blind, or blind, is head trauma.
Right to the
You
face.
just- I just took two right to the face right there. We're walking down a skinny path, and there's bushes and trees on the right
They
and the
probably
left.
should
And
trim
it's a
those.
skinny
considering
path, so
there's a path.
I'm taking some right to the fizz nice, right to the dome.
Ah,
There's number 3. I
Gee.
busted up my
Okay, what's it-
lips, my nose, my eyelid, my eyebrows. I bled all over the
This is a
place.
dangerous path, Winston.
We're at 4 so far. We're
go?
passing a couple
Good.
on our right side.
Good boy.
Still going down this
Okay.
skinny path
All right.
with lots of overhangs. We have 4 headshots so far. Let's see where we can take
Okay,
it.
Winston, you ready?
Right now, I'm just having Winston find the path.
found it.
There we go. There's number
With my face.
5.
Good boy. Okay.
Right to the face.
So,
Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Number
Damn.
6.
Winston.
Straight to the dome. Again, this is not
Winston,
Winston's
let's go
fault.
right, buddy boy.
He will learn overhead.
Think right here, buddy.
Believe it or not, he can learn to avoid overhead
Is it?
obstacles, but in this scenario, it's a weird one because we've never walked down this path, so I ducked under it, but I still got it.
Duck low enough. Okay, Winston,
So there
forward.
we go. We're at number 7. And there's
You can't
number
duck
8.
enough. Doesn't really matter.
Headshots, face shots, they all come part of the tartar on your blind. So, guide dogs for the blind and healthcare for their guide dogs. That's something a lot of people don't think about when they're considering a guide dog. They're just looking at schools and locations and, you know, that kind of thing. And whether, of course, the guide dog's going to work. But what about when your guide dog is sick or hurt? That could be extremely expensive on your budget, which you might not have. And I found out in a very unfortunate, unneeded accident, medical mishap with Winston, where he was out of work for a month. Guide Dogs was incredibly instrumental in that. They not only paid all of his bills, which were probably in the thousands, but they were there to support me all the way through and anything I needed, including way above and beyond stuff. Like they were gonna come get Winston and take care of him for me, and they just stayed in touch with me. They paid every last bill. So that is something you definitely want to think about when you're getting a guide dog. Check the school, make sure that, you know, if you need that financial assistance, that they'll be there for you. Guide Dogs is top notch. I unfortunately had to test this, but they are amazing. Throw your guide dog in the air, wave them around like you just don't care. Here's some factoids. There are about 10,000 active guide dog teams currently working in the United States. That is an estimate, but still. That is only one guide dog team for every 33,000 people. The average person meets about 10,000 in their entire lifetime, so guide dogs are pretty rare. That is why, I should say, guide dog teams are so rare. I believe this is also why there's so much confusion and misconceptions around guide dogs and guide dog teams, the etiquette, the blindness, how you're supposed to react with them, and stuff like that. The truth is that most people will never meet a guide dog team, and by meet I mean like, hey, how you doing? Tell me about your guide dog, and more, will never even see one in real life. So it's our job to try to help educate. Guide dogging. Oh yeah. We do that from time to time. There's a turn up here, and there's an arrow actually showing that Winston is going to keep me on this narrow path. He's going to swing out left, keeping me on the path so I don't run off. He did an excellent J-O-N-D. There's sweet sauce. We take a little left here. And again, Winston's holding a nice tight left edge, keeping me,
one of those snakes,
you know, from stepping into the grassy area or whatever that is right next to me. Coming up here, we're in, by the way, in like a garden area. Again, we're turning right, and there's an arrow just showing on this nice clear path how Winston holds a nice tight left edge, keeping me on path. Here I get to do one of those cool things where there's a waterfall on our right side, and I am turning my head basically 90 degrees to try to look at it. You notice I'm not looking forward. Winston is doing all the guide work here. Thank you for that, Winston, giving me a chance to try to see something I wouldn't normally. That's so bad. Ass, man.
Jeremy's a fart face.
Riding on 4 paws today. Behind my guide dog, Winston. Shiny black boy. We're cruising through this garden area. There's lots of trees and bushes and whatnot, and there's actually a flashing bush on the right side there, just showing how Winston keeps me far enough left to stay away from that. He decides he wants to go left there, but we're not going that way, so I just redirect him forward, and he does a great job doing that. Up here, we're going to take a left into a kind of a tight little path that just kind of dips into this little pond area, bushes and trees and whatnot on the right. Winston gets a little warm there, I noticed, so I decided to get him a little water. Doggy needs some water, so the video cuts there. Again, right up here, we're going to go left. There's a flashing arrow that just shows how Winston swings out and holds a nice tight left edge, so because it's a skinny little path and I need room on the right there. And there's a little tiny footbridge, and Winston holds a nice tight left edge as we get across that. That way I don't trip and end up spilling into the water. This is just kind of a U-turn, and we're going across a second little footbridge, and both the right and left edge of that bridge are flashing. Winston gets me across it, and just outside that, when we turn left, there's a bush there. Again, Winston swings out to the left to give me plenty of room on the right, and we clear that.
Okay, good boy.
Man, the spatial awareness of guide dogs is incredible. Even the people have been clamoring, and they need some more guide dog garden videos, so I'm coming at you hard and fast with this one. Check out that leaf on the right, left side. That thing was like this little legit, I think the size of like a stop sign. Huge. Winston's now just bobbing and weaving me through a trail through the garden. There's lots of really greenery around on both sides. We're now on a main path. There's some people in front of us. We're going to cut through this fence area up here. I'm going to reward Winston there for a nice job done. He did kick ass all day. There's 2 flashing, I guess, as part of the fence on the right and left, just poles. Winston's going to hold a nice tight left edge to keep me clear of the one on the right. Then there's like a little garden box on the left side. Winston's going to hold a nice tight left edge just along that. Again, we're going between like 2 fences, and there's a flashing arrow just pointing at the one on the right, showing that Winston keeps me clear by holding the tight left edge around that, keeping me out of harm's way. So badass. Guide dogs kick ass, people. You don't even know. Right here, Winston, he kind of wants to go
bad, buddy.
a different direction.
Winston.
I'm not sure why he got so locked in there, but I just reorientate the dude, bro. And we get to cruising.
Guys.
And we missed that pole again on the right side. Awesome stuff. Winston is the man with the master plan, and I'll be the guy who Number 16, we finally did it. It's over. This is the last one. We're heading towards the stairs. You can see Winston finds that that very first stair with his paw placement there.
Good buddy boy.
Okay.
Good buddy boy.
I was just bored. Decided to do a remix. We're going upstairs, and another one. That was my... Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I don't understand.
We're now cruising towards another set of stairs here. You can see Winston's going to locate it. It's going to zoom in and show his front paws. He stops on that very first stair, alerting me. I use my foot to find it. And then we cruise up this last set of stairs here. I always like to reward Winston on stairs. Well, it zooms in there again on his paw, so you can say it. I like to reward him even heavier on downstairs because I never want to fall down some stairs. So I'm always trying to extra reward him going down, but I definitely reward him going up as well because I don't want to biff it there. This is it, guys. It's over. We're moving on to something brand new in the next set of
Jeremy's a
videos.
fart face.